Hello everybody, it's another Facebook Live here in chilly Philly. It's kind of a dismal day, so I'm very happy to be here to share something fun with you. This is a Superduo and seed bead bracelet using one of our fabulous Cymbal metal elements. These are called the ALADO, and they are designed for use with Superduos. I absolutely love the cymbals. If you haven't discovered them yet, you can go to BeadSmith.com and actually download a PDF of our brochure, divided by bead type. I want to show you the Superduo page. We have chevrons. Here we go. So what we're going to do today is show you how to use the ALADO. They come in 4 metal colors: silver, gold, rose gold, and antique brass. And today I'm going to be working with the silver and the gold. So remember, if you want to find out all about this whole family of Cymbal metal elements, please go to BeadSmith.com and look for the PDF that you can download. So this is a really easy project. The full tutorial is already available, woohoo, in the I Love Beads section of BeadSmith.com under Cymbals. I did a full-length bracelet with 6 components, and I also did a shorter version and used one of our partially finished bracelet ends that's adjustable. It has this cool slider on it. So it's a little shorter of a project in terms of time because you're only making a few components, and actually you could probably only do it with 3 if you wanted. Hey Kathy, how you doing? Good to see ya. I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy and in their homes beading away. Alright, so like I was saying, the tutorial is already available in the cymbals category on I Love Beads, and you'll be able to download that. It's also listed under Superduos and I think seed beads. I'm not quite sure. Cymbals and Superduos for sure. Hi Leslie Pope. I want to give a shout out to Leslie Pope, who is watching. She and I work together for the BeadSmith, and she is the cover girl for Beadwork Magazine, the new Beadwork Magazine. You got to check it out. It's so exciting. Oh my God. Yay, Leslie. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. You're going to line up the Superduos with seed beads around the outside of the ALADO. Now the ALADO has 2 holes that go through the little legs on the end. Let's see if I can get you to see that. They're right up at the end. And a Superduo will fit right in the little space there. So I have cut a length of thread. It tells you in the tutorial how long. And this is a crisscross, a 2-needle project. I really like to use 2 needles. Anybody else out there like this? By going back and forth like this in what I call the crisscross, you eliminate the need to go around and around. And for people that are sort of, advanced beginners and they're getting more comfortable with it, it's just easier to translate in a tutorial. Oh, it's the April-May issue. Okay, and you have a project in the June-July issue too, Leslie Pope. Well, I just have to laud your praises. Alrighty, so here we go. I have strung a stopper bead to the middle of my length of thread, and I have sewn through the one leg of the ALADO, strung a Superduo, and sewn out the other leg. So you can see here. Simple, right? Okay, now I'm going to turn this around. There we go. I'm going to work from the bottom up. I'm following my own illustrations. So we have the one Superduo. Now we're going to, I guess I should tell you about the other beads. Besides Superduos, we have size 8s and size 15s. That's it. Just those 3 kinds of beads. So I'm going to pick up a 15 and a Superduo, you always want to check, just give a look-see when you pick it up and make sure that both of the holes are open. So I have a 15, a Superduo. Now I'm going to repeat an 8, a Superduo, an 8, a Superduo, an 8, a Superduo. I want a total of 4 Superduos, which I have, and then I'm going to end with another 15, and I'm going to sew into this leg. You want to use a size 12 needle because you are using 15s. And there you can see where the beads are going to wrap around. Now I'm going to remove my stopper bead. And you put another needle on. So I'm going to do that. I like to use a contrasting color stopper bead just so I'm not tempted to sew through it by accident as one of my other beads. Alright, so now I'm going to do the exact same thing that I just did on the other side of the alado. And I'm going to pick up a 15 and then alternate Superduos and size 8s. So I have a 15, 8, Superduo, 8, Superduo, 8. Make sure those holes are clear. My 4th Superduo and a 15. And pull it up to the alado. Let's get a little closer here. Let's see. Hi, Laura. Laura, I love the earrings you have in this competition. I wish you luck. The Battle of the BeadSmith has an earring competition going on, and Laura is just one of our many unbelievable entrants into it. Makes the job as a jurist really hard. All right, so I have my bead strung, and I'm going to go through the other leg of the alado. And you want to make sure when you do this that you're keeping the lengths of thread equal. Now I'm going to string a Superduo and I'm going to crisscross my 2 threads through the Superduo. There you go. When I work with 2 threads, I like to put my needles down on my work surface. It just helps to control any risk of tangling. So I'm going to pick up a Superduo and I'm going to sew through the opposite leg of the alado so that new Superduo sits in between. And now I'm going to pick up the thread that was on my left and I'm going to sew through the Superduo. Okay, now I want you to notice something here. When you do this step, you're not supposed to go through the other leg of the alado. Let me take that out. I'm not following my own instructions. I'm sure I'm the only one that does that. Okay, and the reason we're going to do it this way, can you see how it's just coming out of the Superduo? Now we're going to crisscross through the open hole of the Superduo because we want to step up to the next round. You won't see the thread because there's going to be another bead there. So with my thread coming out the right, I'm now sewing through the open hole. Hi, Janet. Good to see you. All right, I'm taking the thread from the left and I'm crisscrossing through that same hole. Being careful, you want to be careful not to split the thread when you do this kind of crisscross. And you're going to pull it snug. Now we're going to start the join section. Now I used solid color Superduos for my join section in here, but for my black and white version, I used duets. Can you see the Superduos on the side here that are 2 tones? So I'm going to pick up duets for this sample that I'm doing. Duets are beads that are split into 2 colors. If you don't If you don't know duets, you should check them out. They really add some interesting design element to your beadwork. And there are a couple different bead shapes that come in duets. Yes, it's only my hands, Janet, and I'm especially grateful to be able to do just hand acting for my Facebook Lives, especially during these times when I am so beyond needing a haircut, it's laughable, like everybody else. All right, so we're going to do the join. I'm going to pick up a duet through the light side. I want the dark sides on the outside. And I'm going to pick up 3/15s and go in the open hole of the Superduo. And I'll pull that snug so you can see that that's like that. I'm going to repeat on the other side, and then I'm going to crisscross through another Superduo. So I'm going to pick up another duet through the light side, pick up 3/15s, and like I did on the first duet, I'll turn that so you can see, there you go. What other beads beside duos come in duets? Well, let's see. There's gem duo duets. There's ruler duets. There's fire polish round duets. Leslie Pope, what am I missing? There's, I don't think we have kite duets right now. Okay, so I picked up the 3/15s and I'm going to sew back through. The gem duo duets are really fun too. Okay, nibbits. Oh, how could I forget? So here I have my two duets, and now I'm going to crisscross through a solid color turquoise green Superduo. So I'm picking one up with my right thread, and I'm sewing through the open hole, but not the 15s on the duet. And now I'm going to sew through the Superduo the other way. Now, we actually just wanted to sew through, I keep forgetting this part, sew through just the Superduo like we did earlier. So I'm going to pull that out. So once again, this lets us do a turnaround, a step up. So you can see that I'm going to be able to come up through the next Superduo. Let me thread my needle back on. Here's my needle threading tip. Flatten the end of your thread. I like to use a little chain nose pliers there. Makes it nice and flat. Pull it so it's like a poppy seed between your fingers. And bring the eye of the needle down to the thread. And there you go. And size 12 needles are hard. It may take a try or two. All right. Now we're going to crisscross through the open hole of the Superduo sticking up at the top of the join. Left to right. And remember not to split your thread. And now we're ready to add another alado. So you can see where we're going to take our needle. And we're going to come from inside out. Thank you, whoever posted the link. That might be my buddy Maria doing that. Can you see how I came from the inside out to pull that in through the leg? And I'm going to do the same thing with the thread on the other side. Coming out the Superduo, going from inside out through the little leg of the alado cymbal. Like this. All right, you ready to see this again? Okay. We're going to pick up a 15 and a Superduo and an 8. So we have 4 Superduos with 8s in between. Also, sometimes even the most precise beads are not really the same width. You can get ones that, whoops, are a little thinner than the others. So just poke through and try to be consistent. Oh, all credit to Stephen. I'm sorry, Stephen posted the link. Stephen is, of course, our fearless leader. Okay, so I'm up to 3 Superduos, 4th Superduo, and a 15 on the end. And I'm going to go into the leg of the ALADO. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the left thread. It goes pretty fast, actually. 15, 4 Superduos with 8s in between. 1, 2, 3. Keep poking my mat. 4 and a 15. And those of you who have been beading for a while and especially design your own work, you understand how much R&D goes into figuring out whether to use 15s or 11s or whether you even need those little beads in there. So it's stitch, try it again, stitch, try it again, stitch, try it again until it lays nicely. So by the time you guys get the tutorial, it's pretty much worked out. Now we're going to go through the Superduo, pick up a regular Superduo, but I'm not going to go through the leg of the ALADO just yet, and I'm going to take my other thread and I'm going to crisscross through the Superduo. And I went the wrong way. You know, it's hard to do this when I'm trying to watch on the phone. It's my little phone. All right, there we go. Go the other way. Maria Rypan, hi. I haven't heard from you in a long time. I hope you're doing well and staying safe through all this. Okay. Now, we're at a point where we're going to step up to the outer hole of the Superduo just by sewing back through it. Crisscrossing again this way, and then from left to right, and we're going to string little seed beads around the perimeter of this component, and it'll stabilize the Superduos so they don't wiggle all over. You want to make sure that, of course, you're going to have more than just 2 here. But what I did was I went ahead and did something ahead of time. So where we are in the demo is coming out this top Superduo. Now my threads came out this top Superduo, and on each side I strung 15s and 8s and then went through the 3 15s on top of the little side beads, the duets. And I went all the way down the length of the bracelet with 1 thread, and all the way down the length of the bracelet with the other thread, and came out here. Now, this is just stringing. This is not really a stitch. Okay, this is peyote a little bit, but if you're a beginner with a comfort level, working with a needle and thread, small beads, and even if you're new to 2-hole beads, the fully illustrated tutorial will talk you through this. If you take your time, you will definitely be able to get this done. So you're almost done. Just pretend that there's a bunch of these connectors, right? And you've added the Superduos and the ALADOs, and you've linked them together, and then you've come down the outside through the open holes of the Superduos with 15s and 8. And you're at the bottom here, and we do this nifty little ending so you can add any kind of a clasp you want. This is my favorite way to do endings. It uses a closed jump ring so that the clasp attaches to that. There's the closed ring, and not to a thread. So there's no chance for thread to come through a jump ring, and the tension and the motion that comes from wearing your piece of jewelry is going to be jump ring to jump ring. It's not going to be on thread, so it's going to really make your piece a lot more durable. This is a crisscross too. One thread through one way and the other thread through the other way. So we're coming out, I'm going to pick up 3/15 and an 8. And it's a really clever little easy way. So I have 3/15 and an 8 to form what I call the stem. And I'm going to pick up a closed ring and go back through the 8 and pull it to my beadwork. You can hold the little closed ring. All right, now I'm going to take the other thread and I'm going to string 3/15s, and I'm going to go through the 8 and the ring and back through the 8 on the other side. So 3/15s, 1, 2, 3, through the 8 and the closed ring, and back through the 8, see how easy that is? Now you're going to sew back through the 3/15s that you just strung and secure your thread in your beadwork and trim. Use an open jump ring to attach your clasp of choice, or in the case of using the partially finished bracelet end, same thing, closed jump ring, then I used an open jump ring to attach my adjustable bracelet end, which are super cool and come in 4 metal colors: silver, gold, rose gold, and antique brass. And for people who are selling their work, oh my God, these are fantastic, because bracelets are hard, right? This makes a bracelet adjustable for all sizes. It's fantastic. So there's the ALADO. Can you see the beautiful little design that's on these? I wish I had the other metals, the antique brass and the rose gold. I had to work with what I had here during lockdown, of course. But they're just beautiful. They're not very heavy, but like always, when you bring metal into your designs, wow, does it elevate them. Hello, Debbie Rogers. Nice of you to turn in. So that's really it, you guys. This is the ALADO connector for Superduos. And I'm being told that all 4 metal colors in the partially finished bracelet ends are in stock. Woohoo! I guess I'll have to order some for down the road. All my craft shows have been postponed till the fall, so I'm going to be very productive. I'll have a productive summer, and I hope you do too. You know, you can find these ALADO connectors and Superduos and seed beads and partially finished bracelet ends at and other BeadSmith quality tools and supplies at your favorite bead reseller. Support your favorite bead reseller. Remember, we love beads. Look for the tutorial at the link in the comments section. Thank you, Sir Stephen.